Good day, educator. That's you if you're watching this video trying to find ideas to do with your kids this summer. Today I am going to show you how I prepare for my interactive stage camp and how you can do it at home without overthinking and without breaking your budget. Here are some outlines of how I go about preparing for a project. And number one, it is you need to come up with an open-ended theme. So open-ended theme is quite simple. Just think about what's happening in your family, what's happening in the country that you live in. One of the ideas I have today is, let's say Father's Day is coming up. So I'm going to ask Amelie here to tell me maybe just what she knows about her father, and what does your dad like?
He likes like car trips and trips that we go on, like driving and stuff.
Car trips. Okay, that's interesting. And then once you have that idea ingrained in the kids, and they say, how about we do some car trip related gift for Father's Day? Yeah, so should we do that?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. Okay, so here's some of the past themes that I have used in the camps. I've done basically celebrating moon landing by having a space travel story. I've done endangered species, having kids pick out their favorite endangered species, and we do a parade. As well as I think there was one time we wanted to create a new Jingo commercial, candy commercial for a candy that they create. All right, number two, find a space you don't mind getting messy. The way I like to do these projects, I really love the messier it is. I think the more I think that there's more creativity and imagination that can happen in that environment, and just don't worry about the space getting messy with paint and colors and pieces of paper. So it's much easier if you're doing it at home, because I hope you can find a space for that. During camp, it's oftentimes quite difficult, and I often have to make a lot more constraints for the kids, on the kids when they work on projects, because at the end of the day camp, I would have to put it on the shelf or in storage or even in a bin that I have to take away from the class with me. So here are some, I think, the next one is to collect all their tiny party swags and recycle household items to put in a storage bin. I think that could be, if you don't like to collect these things, it could be just last week's recycling. What's in your recycling bin? But basically what you're going to see is that a lot of kids, when they see materials, they don't see that it's trash. They see treasure, and I often do not know what they're going to come up with what they see, with the materials they see, and I often don't try to prepare for specific items that they need to build. For example, today we're going to do a Father's Day gift that has a theme of traveling car trips. All right, so let's take a look at, just for example, what we have here that is in our recycling bin, shall we? Let's see, what do we have here? This is some of the old projects. I always reuse their old projects. I've put it away, I put it as decorations, and then I put it back into a bin they can reuse and build on top of it. So what we're seeing here, there's ribbons, there are popsicle sticks, there are wrapping papers, ice cream spoons. In here, there are some containers, egg cartons. We love these very thin packaging boxes because they're easy to cut, and they have a good shape. Even just looking at your recycling bin here, we got some soda cans and things. That could be cups, plastic cups. What do you think? Did you find anything you like?
Yeah, this stuff.
oftentimes with this, where you can also start discussing the design with your kid. So let's just say that this would be one of the sessions I actually have in my camp where we talk about design before they actually pick these items up. But during the design stage, I think they have a view of what's available to them, so that they can think of a design, and then they can go back to the material bin and boxes to find what they need. And oftentimes it could be different after the design discussion. So let's just say that for this particular project, Father's Day gift, what are we going to build? I would ask for a sketch of the plan. So then we have a piece of paper and a pencil, and we start sketching, and we do quite a few of those. Sometimes it's coloring pens. I even with collages, like tissue papers for putting out together collage, but then it becomes an art project too. So the number 5, now step number 5, help put together a plan. Mainly this is just for an agreement to put time on this project. So a plan, we will oftentimes don't want the kids to spend indefinite amount of time to do a project. So in a camp it's easy because you got 10 sessions, for example, then the time is limited to those 10 sessions. But at home, how do you make sure that the project is on time? And I think that often is an important concept to ingrain in the kid. So kids should know that at some point the project needs to have an end, so they can see the end result. And number 6 here, the rest of the time is really just to help them build. Instead of providing ideas on what to build, I typically just facilitate, and that means that your kid will be doing the work. If they need help, they will ask for help. You can ask questions while they're building about, how would you make something taller, or how would you make it in a different, using different materials. How about this material that looks pretty, things like that, just to get them to think a little bit deeper. So some of the ideas I have, let me just talk about, reusing past projects. For example, like I said, this was hanging on top of our fireplace for a little while. We took it back into the bin and say, okay, what can we do next time with this? And here are just some other projects that the kids have done over time that doesn't require you to buy anything. It is all items that you can find around the house and at home, or just stuff that they collected over time. So have fun this summer working with your kid, and we'll hopefully see your project on the internet soon. Thank you. Bye.